I guess everyone is here. Miss Agio, can you please lead us the prayer? Amen. So, okay, good morning, class. Is there any absent? Miss Secretary, can you please check the attendance? Okay, as what I have always said, always listen carefully to our new discussion so that you can answer our activity. Alright, so but before we discuss our new topic, Mr. Inkoy will give an simple energizer. Alright, thank you for that energizer, Mr. Inkoy. So now let's have a few recap about our lesson last meeting. So Mr. Magnus, what is our lesson last meeting? Alright, very good. How about you, Miss Angelica? Can you summarize what we have discussed last meeting? Very good. So now, I have here a flashcards and everyone should participate on this activity. Alright, good job everyone. So now, do you have any idea about our new topic today? Very good, Mr. Lee. Our new discussion would tackle about the development of a classroom assessment tools. But before I discuss our new topic, I'll read first the learning objectives. So first, I will discuss the different format of assessment tools. The second one is to identify the different rules in constructing multiple choice, matching type tests, completion tests, and true or false tests. Third is to construct multiple choice tests, matching type tests, and completion tests or true-false tests. So, let's talk about the general guidelines for constructing test items. So, first is, I will be the one to read. So, begin writing items far enough in advance so that you will have time to revise them. So in constructing test items, the class, that it is important that we should write it in advance so that we have time to read and revise if there's something wrong about the question or any problem in the question. Okay, the second one is, can you please read Miss Matako? Alright, it is about the match items intended to outcomes at appropriate level of difficulty to provide a valid measure of instructional objectives, limit the question to the skill being assessed. And the third one is, be sure each item deals with an important aspects of content area and not with trivia. So, the fourth will be sure that the problem posed is clear and unambiguous. Alright, the fifth one. Can you please read Miss Ongayo? Alright. Thank you. The sixth one. Be sure that the item has one or best answer on which expert would agree. Alright, let's proceed to the guidelines number 7. Can you please read Miss Tahil? Alright, it is important to prevent unintended clues to an answer in the statement or a question. so that our children or so that the students cannot easily answer the question. Okay, so let's proceed to number 8. Miss Mamalias, can you please read? Very good. It is very important din class na to avoid replication of the textbook in writing test items. Do not quote directly from the textual materials. So let's proceed to number 9. Can you please read Mr. Buenafe? Alright. Avoid trick or catch question in an achievement test. So the last one is try to write items that requires higher order thinking skills. Very good. So now, let's talk about the determining the numbers of test items. Okay, consider the following average time in constructing the number of items. The length of time and the type of item used are also factors to be considered in determining the number of items to be considered in an achievement test. So, as we can see class, that in assessment format there are the classifications of assessment guidelines, such as the true or false test, multiple choice test, multiple choice or of higher level learning objectives, short answer, completion, matching, short essay, extended essay, visual image. So, in the left corner, average time to answer. So, in true or false, it is intended for only 30 seconds to answer the question. Alright. For the multiple choice naman, is only given time is 60 seconds or equivalent to 1 minute. Alright. In the multiple choice of higher level of learning objectives, will be given 90 seconds or is equivalent to 3 minutes. And short answer naman is 120 seconds, and completion is 60 seconds, matching 30 seconds per response. Short essay will be 10 to 15 minutes because it's too vary to answer an essay, okay? Extended essay, 30 minutes. And the last one is the visual image, which is given 30 seconds. Alright. Can you please read the assemble the test items, Mr. Igagamaw? Alright, very good. After constructing the test items, following the different principles of constructing test item, the next step to consider is to assemble the test items. There are 2 steps in assembling the test items class. First is packaging the test. Second, alright, and assembling the test, consider the following guidelines. Earlier we discussed about the guidelines in constructing test items, and now we are about to talk the assembling the test items. So here are the following guidelines in assembling the test items, such as group all items with the same format, arrange test items for easy to difficult, space the test items for ease reading, keep items and option in the same page, place the illustrations near the descriptions, check the answer key. Decide where to record the answer. Alright. So, the next one would be write directions. Alright. Can you please read the definition in writing direction, Miss Agyo? Very good. Writing directions is to check the test directions for each item format to be sure that it is clear for the students to understand. The next one is check the assembled test items. Before reproducing the test items class, it is very important to proofread first the test items for typographical and grammatical errors and make necessary corrections if any possible. Let the others examine the test to validate its content. So, it is very important pala class na before constructing our test items, we have to consider na i-proofread natin or i-check natin ang mga typographical errors so that the students will not hindi sila malito kung ano ang wordings na nakalagay doon kasi naka-typographical error pala or naka-grammatical error na pala. So, it is important to check the assembled test items. Alright. So, next is make the answer key. Alright. Be sure to check your answer key so that the correct answers follow a fairly random sequence. Avoid answers such as TF, TF, ETC, or TTTFF, or for a true or false type, and ABC, ABCD patterns for multiple choice type. The number of true answers must be equal the same with false answers and also among the multiple choice option. Alright, after discussing the writing directions, checking the assembled test items, and making the answer key, let's move on to the analyzing and improving the test items. Can you please read Mr. Evangelio? Alright, analyzing and improving the test items should be done after checking, scoring, and recording the test. Very good. So, next is different formats of classroom assessment tools. Alright. There are different types of assessing the performance of students. We have objectives, subjective test, performance-based assessment, oral questioning, portfolio assessment, self-assessment, and checklist. There are two general types of test items to use in achievement tests, using paper and pencil test. It is classified as selection type items and supply type items. So here are the two types of first, selection type by objective or test items. In selection type items require students to select the correct response from several options. Objective test item requires only one correct answer in each item. So, there are kinds of objective tests such as multiple choice test, matching type test, true or false type test. So, let's discuss first the multiple choice test. Alright, it is a multiple choice. It is used to measure the knowledge outcomes and the other types of learning outcomes such as comprehension and application. It is also the most commonly used format in measuring students' achievement in a different levels. Alright. In matching type test naman, um, the item consists of two columns. Column A contains the description and must be placed at the left side, while column B contains the option and placed at the right side. The examinees are tasked to match the options that are associated with the descriptions. We already about this class that matching type is already being used in your high school, in your elementary. Up until now, it is being used. Alright? Alright. Very good. True or false type test. It is another format of an objective type of test. Is the true or false type test items. Very good. True or false test items is an example of a first choice item because there are items only two possible choices and that this type of items. So as we proceed in college, we also have encountered true or false type tests up until now in our college. Alright. So now I have an activity for you guys. So create 10 members per group. It should be only 4 groups. Okay, very good. I guess we are all set. The 4 groups are all already ready. This activity entitled Quiz B activity. Alright, are you ready? Very good. So I will give 4 pencil pens and a slit card so that you can put your answer here, and those groups who has score a high will win. Alright, so let's start. So it consists of 2 columns. Examinees are asked to match the options that are associated with this description. So what is this? Alright. The first group who had answered correctly is the group 2. Next question. It is analyzing and improving the test items should be done after checking, scoring, and recording the test. So what is this? Alright, the group 2 is always in the first line. Alright, so the next question will be it is before reproducing the test, it is very important to proofread first the items for typographical and grammatical error. So what do you call of this? Alright, very good. I think everyone um, have the same answer and have raised their sleep cards. So the next question, last one question is, be sure that you have checked your answer key so that the correct answers follow a fairly random sequence. So what do you call for this? Alright, very good, group 2. You listen to our new discussion and your teams are also listening too. So it is alright. So you may now go back to your seats and please do not make any noise so that I can record your scores. Alright. Kindly please submit the members of your group names. Each group, can you please submit it so that I can record your scores? Alright. Thank you. So now, in this juncture, may I ask Mr. Inkoy, so after our discussion, so what have you learned? Alright, thank you. How about others? Mr. Evangelio. Alright. I hope that all of you will listen next time to our new topic so that you can give a brief explanation and summarize the topic for today. Alright, so that would be all. Goodbye, class.